Hello viewers, welcome back to our channel. We continue with our chicken farming series, and today we are at Keseria in a farm, and we've met Peter, who is the manager of the farm, and he'll explain to us about managing a chicken farm. So stay tuned and remember to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Peter Gary Karuku. I'm a manager at this farm. This farm is known as, we can call it Gashweri Birango Farm. We deal with chicken, the Highland Brown breed. We are located at Syrian. The place known as Olerai. We specialize in Highland Brown layers only. We started this farm on last year 2024 in April, and so far we are doing okay. And we are now these ones you see here, they are the lot 2. We'll see the other lot 1. So our lot 2, this is our lot 2. In our lot 2, we brought in 4,000 chicks, but of course we've lost some. I mean, during the first days, they weren't feeding well, so we lost some then, and then continuing, they continue to lose 1 or 2 because of some other factors. So these ones here, they are about 13 weeks old. We are expecting our egg. We are expecting our first egg to be in a month's time or so. Our feeding right now, they are feeding 150 kgs. This half of the lot, and the other half 150 kgs. So it is 300 kgs a day. And the water system you see here is called the bell drinkers. It is automated, so you don't have to put in a lot of work for giving the chicken water. It's automated. The tank is up there somewhere. You'll see it. Maybe it'll be shown, and it automatically eats the drinkers, and the chicken is from there. So in our farm here, we now have a population of a chicken population of about lot 2 we have 3950, and lot 1 we have 27 chicken. So that is the chicken population in total as per now. So I'll take you through on how our day starts, and so in the morning our day starts at 6 a.m. We get up and immediately we start feeding the chicken, so that by at least latest by 8 they should have been fed, and the drinkers should be cleaned. So from that time now, if they are laying, you start immediately to collect the eggs, and of course packaging them in trays. But as for the pullets, because they are not yet laying, so the only thing you do during the day is doing your rounds and making sure that everything is all right. Because chicken, they are prone to very many risks. You can even find one hanging on a feeder maybe. And if you don't save it, it will lose its life very easily. So you must do your rounds during the day, and of course at night, at around when dusk comes, you must make sure that you are in the house for the pullets, that is, so that you can make sure that they're not sleeping on each other, as that will lead to suffocation. And of course, we have lost some chicken on that from suffocation. So we are very keen on that. So from the time dusk comes in, one must make sure that they're in the chicken houses, so that you can separate them and make sure that there's no suffocation, which could lead to death for those ones that have not yet known how to survive darkness alone. We have lights, but actually at 6 a.m. Of course it's dark. It's dark by 6 a.m. There's not enough light to light up the whole chicken house. So when feeding, for we start at 6 a.m. We must light up the lights, which give us enough lights to illuminate the whole house. And then we feed until about 7:30. When we have finished the feeding, we switch off the light, and that is we are done. We're done for the day in terms of lighting. In terms of lighting for the birds. So it is like that until evening. So evening we don't put on the lights. It is natural darkness, but that comes in from week 12, week 8. From actually, let me take you back to how we rear our chicks. So in rearing our chicks, from 0 days to 8 weeks, we must make sure that we have lights on. In our farm, we have both KPLC lighting and solar lighting, so that we make sure that there's no time we are out of light. There's no time we are in darkness, because that could also lead to death of chicks. So from 0 days, make sure that we have our brooders ready, and the watering cans, the drinkers, they are ready. The feeders, of course not these metallic ones. We have those lighter ones, and then so we introduce them there, and we rear them, of course, with the natural with heating. This time we did it with the gas. Last lot one, we did it with charcoal, the heating for the day old chicks to 8 weeks. We did it with the charcoal for lot one, but for lot two, we did it with the gas. We heated up the houses with the gas. So we must make sure that we have enough heating, enough lighting, and enough feeders, and also enough drinkers. And now the monitoring of the chicks, and also the vaccination for the birds. All that one must make sure that they're in check for the birds to grow well. So from 8 weeks now, they are big birds. So now we make sure that, of course, during the 0 to 8 weeks, we have our houses fully covered. The sides are covered by sacks. It's a sack that is bound together. So the sides, they're well covered, so as to make sure that there's no cold that will affect the birds, because they are very prone to cold when they are such a young age. So after the 8 weeks, we remove everything. We remove all the sacks and make sure that there's sufficient aeration. As you can feel for yourself right now, there's enough air. The aeration is enough. The ventilation are very much okay. So even at night, we leave it like that, very open. These birds, from the age of 8 weeks, from 8 weeks, now they are okay. They are warm enough by themselves, and they need no extra heat. Actually, they can even sleep outside if they were kienyeji. So some of the challenges that we have faced in our farm here, maybe One of them is, you can say, the rodents. One of them is the rodents, the rats. Rats are a big challenge. Because the rats, they will come to this farm, and they will go to another farm. So actually, we have had a very big challenge on. There's a time that during the December holidays, we were affected by a disease, CRD, called CRD. And coming to think of it, the rodents could have played a very big part in bringing us the disease. As you know, they go to a neighbor's farm, they will eat a carcass that has the disease in it, and they will come to our farm. You can't control that these are our rats and these are not. So they will go to a farm, or they will go. They can even go to the bushes somewhere, and they leave a carcass of an animal that has a disease in it, and then they will come to our farm and maybe eat on some foods, or some foods that had maybe poured on the ground, and that is how easily a chicken house contracts a disease. So that is a very big challenge to us, even up to the moment, but we are hopeful to contain it in the near future. Uh, my advice to anyone wishing to venture into chicken farming, or to manage maybe their own or someone else's farm, is management is all about passion. So the first thing one must have, one must be passionate about chicken so as to venture into chicken farming, because this is not of course in chicken farming, one of the things that one must put in mind is that there are no weekends, there are no weekdays, and there is no working from 8 to 5. So all those things one must put in mind. So you must know that working is odd hours. You see, you work from 6. But one thing I love about chicken farming is that as much as you're committed to do your job, it is a lovable job. Because one thing, you wake up at 6 and maybe you finish feeding by 8. If you're not collecting eggs, you see, you will only be doing rounds, and then you'll be back at the evening to make sure that the chicken have slept well. So, and and as for the layers, if you're collecting the eggs, you'll feed maybe from, of course, right now I'm doing 2 houses. One can manage 2 houses. One can manage 4,000 birds actually, but when they are laying, one can only manage around a maximum of 2,000. So when you're doing the laying birds, the layers when they are laying the eggs, so you only have 2,000 birds. So that takes around 30 minutes to feed, and 15 minutes to clean the drinkers, and then you start on the egg collection. Whereby at around 11, you could have done almost 3/4 of your job, and then you resume at maybe 2, and then at 4, and then at 6, and those are only like 20 minutes or so, 20 minutes each round, and then you'll be done for the day. So you're doing odd hours, but you're doing a very minimal job, and compared to someone working from 8 to 5, maybe those are the benefits. And I can say managing a chicken farm is quite enjoyable, because once you point out the 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 requirements, or you point out what the staffs need to do at this time. You don't keep on following them that much, as long as you are seeing the results. If it's the eggs, if it is the chicken, you make sure that they are fed in good time. The drinkers are cleaned thoroughly. The eggs are collected. The eggs are collected. There's no much broken eggs. You make sure everything is clean. Actually, we do even clean the wire mesh. The wire mesh you see around, we clean them by once in a week. And we make sure that everything is clean around here.
Maybe I can ask a few questions.
Yes.
Yeah, so you say you clean the drinkers. How often?
We clean the drinkers daily, once daily.
Oh, okay.
Once daily. Once you clean them in the morning,
Mm.
you are good to go. They are, you see, when you observe the drinkers and our feeders, they are raised to some level above the ground.
Mm.
So this means that there is no much dirtifying of this the water inside there. If you walk around, you will see that our water is clean because
Okay.
they are raised to some level, and this level is not too high for the birds not to drink. It is raised to some high level, but it is raised to a level that the birds are able to reach the water. Also for the it's the same for the feeders. Uh,
So you remove all of them.
Drinkers.
Mm.
No, you clean. You make sure you clean each one.
Mm.
It is clean the way it is. You only
Oh,
use
okay.
a
Mm.
basin under the drinker, and you clean that. The basins, the basin is there to help you not to pour water
Oh, okay.
on the manure there.
Oh.
So you clean it there,
Mm.
and it has its water there. So you can even clean it with this water. The water is coming from there. Clean it. It actually takes around 30 seconds to clean one drink.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you clean them where they are.
Where they are,
Mm.
and you only place a basin under
Okay.
the drink.
Now, the other thing is you talked about the rats. I see your chicken house is very well sealed. Where are the rats coming in through?
Actually, even if you walk around, you will try and search for a hole, and you will not find one. But surprisingly, you will find a rat in your house. Although this one, actually, this is the only house that I've not found a rat. But these other houses, all of them, I've seen rats in there.
Okay, so you don't know where they come
I
in through.
I I don't know where they come from.
Mm. Okay. The other thing I wanted to ask is when you said you've lost a few of the chicken,
The chicks,
how do you
chicken.
handle them when they die? You remove them, you bury them, or what do you do with them?
We've been when we lost our chicken, or when we lose them, what we do is that we bury them. We dig a hole. We have a big land, so we have allocated some place where we dig deep, and then we bury the chicken, and then that's how we sort our dead chicken.
So you say right now you are doing how many trays?
Right now we are doing 80 trays a day.
80.
80 trays a day. Yeah. So I'll talk on our security measures. So where I'm standing here, you can see it has water, but this water is not just plain water. It's water that is mixed with carol. We mix it with carol. This is a security measure whereby you make sure that at every door entry point for chicken houses, we have one, and we have also another one at the main entrance there to the chicken houses. This one curbs any disease spread. Because the diseases, they are said mostly to be carried on maybe on our feet or even on our clothes. So this is one of the measures. So the other one, ourselves and also our visitors make sure that we don't come in the chicken houses just how we are dressed from anywhere, but we make sure to wear the right gowns. We can call them gowns so as to access the chicken houses. Make sure that we put on our gowns on the dust beds. That minimizes entry of diseases into our chicken houses. So that is what we've been doing. And also, we have put a fence around our small fence around our chicken houses, and that is to curb any unauthorized entry to our chicken houses. So it is only the people who are going to attend for the chicken houses that enter past the gates to the chicken houses. So that is at least those three measures. That is what we've been practicing in our farm to make sure that there's control. I mean that we are providing our security that we see our kitchen interacting with. Diseases are very costly, very expensive, and they can even finish a whole farm.